Disclaimer, this video is made for an adult audience. What's the upside, my dear dudes and dudettes and whatnots in the AFOL community? Yes, AFOL stands for Adult Fan of Lego. And I am one, and I hope you're one too, or at least I will inspire you to become one. As I mentioned in my previous video, this is the area where I want to build some more stuff. Over here I want to build a florist, and over here I'm actually thinking of tiling a bit more in the black and white pattern. And luckily today when I went to the supermarket just to buy our weekly groceries, they had a 50% sale, so I bought this Star Wars 4 Plus set that I've been eyeballing for quite some time. I think if you just switch out that canopy, it will look pretty good. A friend of my kid has this set, but I'm actually more interested of the turret, and I'm going to modify this turret to become a defense turret for this town, almost like in the old Tailspin cartoon where they had on the mountaintops before you got into that city that I don't recall the name of, but they had turrets shooting down airplanes and such. So that's cool. Oh, hello. But I also, for 50% off, are you kidding me? I got this set also. I do not care for this, I don't know, what's it supposed to be, some kind of drone copter? And that's a Dilophosaurus. I don't know if that ever was a real thing, or if it's make-believe for this film. But I bought it for my kid, so he gets that, and he gets that one. But I get this little gift shop. And the gift shop is what I'm thinking will be going down here. Bonk. But listen, I also of course have the newsstand, so I don't know. It feels like it makes sense to have a newsstand next to a bus station, which I have over here. So we'll see how this goes. I really like the newsstand, but I also like this build. So, and I switched out the head for the minifig, so she's not white or whatever you would call that color, just normal yellow as a normal person is. So first I'm going to put down the tiles, and then I'm going to place this somewhere here. I added a plate underneath there just so that this can stand on top or in the middle between the plates. But right now it just falls over, so that's what's going on. I've also got the new street sweeper. Oh, that's one sexy set. Hello, and this is printed, you know, it's not stickers, so that's nice. You can open it on the back here also, so you can take with your lunchbox when you're going to your street sweeping work. Pretty awesome. Alright, I'm gonna cut, hopefully. I think I'm gonna build this in sections. Actually, I'm not going to build a florist shop today. Instead, I am going to build a computer store shop thing. I think I will have it here. We'll see where it's going to fit. Otherwise, I've been thinking of removing the Lego store and adding the computer store in there. The same kind of design, but different colors and whatnot. So let's see. A bit of a cliffhanger. See you in a second. Tiling has been done, and it's time to place in the gift shop over here. And just put down those parts. I think that works really well. I'll probably not keep those flowers over there. Should I add a white tile just here on the side? Yes, I shall. Indeed. Oh, yes. So, coming soon, a T-Rex? Well, I hope not. I do have a couple of T-Rex, but it's this joint over here, it's I don't know, Lego didn't design it that well, because over the years it gets really worn out, and your dinos just go like this. Whoop. So I don't know, you gotta fix that, Lego, if you already haven't. Let's place a little kid over here. She really wants the popcorn. There are really some nice stickers on these tiles here. I think it's supposed to be some sort of, I don't know, posters or something. Really nice. And a map over the Jurassic Park island, I guess. I haven't seen the 2 new movies. I've seen the original 3 ones. I did see the first one at the cinema when it came out. I was 11 years old. And here's like, this is a lady from a newspaper or something. That's she's a visitor to the town. She's checking out all the stuff you can do here. Maybe she's from like a travel magazine or a website or whatever you cool dudes and dudettes call it these days. From another angle. Oh yes. Looking good. So if we start by looking at the Lego Star building, we can see that they have these profiled bricks here. We have this lamp, and we have a sign, and we have the doors, and 2 rows of windows, and a bit of a funny looking roof detail going on up here. I think I've added this ventilation shaft up here myself, so looks pretty cool. You have this fence piece here on the side for some extra detail, and inside both floors are open like so you can have a display up here, and Lego packages on the side, and a pick-a-brick wall, and the counter where the employee, that for some reason is me, even though this is a female only town. Might have to change that out. We also have the very important coffee cup. So my pillows. But I've been thinking I'm going to keep this up here, and I'm going to place the computer store on the side here. So I don't want to go as wide as this goes because I don't have the space. So I have this plate that we're going to base this new building on, and this is actually 4 studs deep, and I just want to go 6 studs because I mean it's just pointing out 1 stud, and I don't really think I need all that interior space. I want to have like a cramped feeling, like those old bookstores where you can buy old second-hand books and whatnot. So let's put this over here and start building. Can we see that? No, let's place it over here so we... Oh, that's not, because that won't be stable. Now I want to go with dark gray, and I want to use the masonry side because I think it looks better than that other side. And let's place it over here. Since this is not as wide as the other building, I'm just going to have a door and a window beside it. So now this window is only 5 bricks tall, and that is 6, so we have to do something about it. I'm thinking flowers. So let's just place some flowers underneath so it looks a bit more nice. Some different color. So now it's even Steven. But I'm also thinking about this lamp post here. I would like to add one, so I think I'm going to remove the bottom brick. Place one like so, with a little joint down there. And let's go like so. Already starting to look like a building. This gives us 1 stud left over here, and I want to go with a little bit more of a detail there. So I'm thinking 1x2 bricks and these like headlight bricks, and then just put in a dark gray cheese slope like so. So you get a pretty nice profile going on there. And I want to go with brown for the sides here. This is going to be an old building. And then I made the rest of the wall, and this I don't have these in brown unfortunately, so I'm going with tan. And on these studs I am going to place the computers. So let's have a look at the inside here. Looks pretty good. And let's just copy that same design on the other side, like so. And we need something here, and I've been thinking it would be cool with some parts that tells you that this is like an old computer technology store. So I've added some studs on the side there, and I found this piece, if I could focus on it. Looks pretty cool. Don't remember where it's from, but let's place it over here. And I have this sticker sheet with the sticker. Where is it? Oh, it's here. It says that it's open, so let's place that on the door. And I always like to place these a bit not so perfectly on, so it's just like hanging in there. Open. Nice. Should we add some details on the inside perhaps? Yes, let's do so. I've been looking in my bin with all these old computer parts, and I've chosen some parts that I want to use for this build, like this radar. So place it down here. We have some stuff from Star Wars, and a phone. Place it down here. Where should I have my focus? I should have it here. An old space computer, and these two are like really vintage. I think this was my first one. It came with a fire station from '81, and that's also really cool looking vintage style computer. Pop it in there, and I would like to have a counter where the person working in here can stand and cash register. Let's just make this plate a bit thicker. So we put it in like so. Will this work? It will. It wants to work. On the other side. I hope you remember these parts from your childhood. I think this was first introduced in the Blacktron sets. So let's have another blue one here. And the gray one. So that's really good looking, I think. Now I pre-made the second floor here, or first floor if you live in Stockholm. And I put some studs on the side here so I can have some sort of a sign here. I think I'm just going to use these kind of computer plates, or tiles, because I don't really have a good idea what to place there. Maybe I'll change it up for something else later on. And on the inside I just cramped a lot of computer monitors and whatnot, and some bricks with stickers or prints on. That looks a bit technological. And this is from Blacktron for their post box. I always thought that this little detail in the middle looks like a Game Boy. I wonder if that's like a homage from Lego side or something. And that's from M-Tron. And Blacktron and M-Tron was like my favorite classic space theme. So starting to look like a nice store here. For the roof, I don't really have a plate right now. I didn't bother to look for it. That's this wide, so I'm going to have to split it up in two plates. I'm using this plate over here and put it down like so. And for the details, I'm going to go with a similar, or pretty much the exact same style as for the Lego store, but with light gray, as these profile pieces in there, because I didn't have any more of the dark gray. I've been using them on these buildings back here and other buildings. So I always find it a bit tricky to line up the profile bricks, because you usually place them in a stack like so. All right, and on the side, of course, we shall have the fence piece and a 1x1. So that's finished off, and let's just place the sign here. Not so shabby. A little bird for details. Who's going to work in here? Well, that's a good question. Well, it's a female town, so we have this. I don't know, is it a female? It's a robot. It doesn't have a sex, so it's genderless. That works out pretty good. I think they made a female robot, but I think this is as good as it is. So let's place it by the counter. We are the robots. We are the robots. Let's have this lady from the Lego Movie 2 as a customer. She needs some old tech that she can understand. Maybe Windows 98 or something. Over to this piece. I'm going to, well, it's not going to be a super mod, but I want to use these pieces as the ventilation for this building. It's a small building, but I still think they need like an intake and a, is it called an outtake? An output? So let's just pop that in here. So, and I am going to use this piece and these two pieces. Pop those plates up because I'm going to be using them for something else. Place it in like so. And pop it up on the roof. So this acts as a, I wonder if I need to have it maybe one stud deeper in, yes. Otherwise it's going to crash into the building behind. Nice. Well, there's focus. Anyways, let's place it in the town. Now I already put some tiles down here. I think I will go with dark gray. Pretty basic. Yeah, that looks good. We will protect you. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It doesn't look too daft. Isn't this a pretty nice scene? And if we would add some more like those papers behind here, this would be like a really nice view of the city. Totally adds. I think it's good to different like heights of buildings, because buildings are basically urban landscapes. These are mountaintops or whatnot, so you get a landscape feel and a depth to your layout, so always be mindful of it. I've also been thinking about maybe when we build, we should think about how you think when you're painting landscapes, because you usually put the more cold colors in the background, like the blues and the purples, and the more warm colors like yellow and red in the front. So when you build, maybe you should have like those blue buildings in the background and more vibrant colors in the foreground. I'm going to add some tiles just to clean that up. And let's bring some life in here with some classic looking figs. Maybe she's just been to the store. Maybe she should be like carrying a computer. So she's super happy with her purchase of a terminal with a lot of buttons on. So she can press those buttons. And then we will have this police officer just walking here. I will probably just hit her every time I pass by so she falls over, but it looks good right now. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. But I forgot the doorknob, so let's place that in. I use this classic looking button tile, and we can place the happy customer back here. I'm just going to add some little details on top of the turret as well, so we just beef that up a bit. I added some 1x1 green pieces here because I want to add these vines, or maybe it's poison ivy, just to cover up the other pieces that are not in brown right now, and also add some feeling of that this has been around for quite some time, this building, so stuff has started to grow on it. So some handheld action for you guys here. You can see the air conditioning unit up there. I think this is a perfect fit with these buildings behind. You have the very bright red color, and this is more toned down in this color scheme. Let's push that together. And then we're going to have the florist here. How we're going to fit that, it needs to be quite narrow, probably a bit high. We'll see. And I want to make a 3D sign. I think I've seen some like Lego Friends or polybags with larger brick built flowers that I want to take inspiration from. So with that said, I hope that YouTube will let me have comments on this video, because I believe that this is for adult collectors and adult builders. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave a like and please comment if you can, and stay out of nonsense. Stay awesome. Please subscribe.